y'all. I'm Dani, and this is Heard. Hi, guys. Welcome back to Heard the Podcast. I'm your host, Dani. And we are back for another episode, for a regular episode, because we've been doing a lot of interviews lately, but we're back for a nice little regular situation. We're going to fly through these topics and stuff. How you been doing, J-Rob? J-Rob is here, guys, in the background with the mic.
I'm back, yeah.
With the microphone. He eating the chips I got him because he always makes me get him snacks when I come to the studio. So
yeah, shout out to Lay's.
Lay's sponsor me, Lay's. Lay's needs to sponsor me because I'm a loyal Lay's customer.
You need ownership in the company. You don't need no sponsorship.
Oh, I want to get a share.
Let's get it.
I want to get a share in the company.
That's what I'm talking about.
Anywho, okay, so on to the so it's gonna be a regular episode. We're gonna have some topics and stuff. So we're gonna fly through these bad boys. But I've been doing great. Just got a new car now. The next thing on my list is to be a homeowner. So I'm gonna start that process very soon. But it's definitely going to happen. I'm claiming it. It's already mine. I'm already a homeowner. It's mine. It's mine.
You got it.
Anywho, okay, so did you have any, so we usually do the money moves thing, talk about who's making, big moves, in our life or in the media or whatever. I don't really have one for real, or I kind of, I do have one, but do you have one, J-Rob? Anyone that you see that's making big moves, anyone in your life or anyone that you've seen on social media making any cool moves or anything inspiring?
Before the podcast started, Jack Dorsey and Jay-Z to give $340,000 in Bitcoin to the Academy students in New York.
Okay, so Jack Dorsey is the CEO of Twitter, correct?
Square.
Oh, Square. Okay,
well, who's it? Twitter.
Oh, Twitter and Square. That's the same guy.
Yeah, he owned. Yeah, well, I think they have another CEO for Twitter, but he owns Square.
Square Cash.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. That's what's up. Okay, big ups to them. So it's $340,000 to a school, or what is it?
To Academy. That was the headline. I didn't read the article yet. Okay, but
but they give him money. They give him money. So they give him money.
They're giving out some money.
So I have dang, this daggone bun. So I have a money move. Vince Staples, my fave, Vince Staples. He's a rapper from Long Beach, California. He's one of my favorite rappers, but I also love him because I like his personality. I love his interviews. I love his, his humor. Facts. And he makes for really good conversation. But he is actually, it's a couple things. He's inking a couple of TV deals. So he's going to have a Netflix show based on his, loosely based on his real life. It was something about him, being a part of this the Wood reboot into a series of some sort. I believe. But here and there I always see headlines of him going into the media space, going into the the TV space, going into the streaming space. So definitely big ups to him because he's my fave, and I think that he definitely should go in that route as well as rapping, because I feel like people would I feel like he would blossom more when he spreads his what he's good at those things. So fave. And I also have noticed that he I always love his marketing, I always love his packaging and all those things, but I also have noticed that he's definitely getting more of a push. And I think he's still signed to Def Jam, but I've noticed that he is getting more of a push when it comes to his music. So that's cool, because he just did this what was this Amazon Prime one-off show. It was a streaming situation. That was I think a few weeks ago. So like I said, I think I noticed that he's getting more of a push with his music, and I noticed that he's putting out more content regarding his music as well. So
facts.
That's also a good thing. He don't know me. I'm just a fan. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it don't sound weird, but
he's gonna move.
You're my fave. Anywho, okay, so that was that. So on to some of these topics. Before I get into anything, it's only a few things, but did you have anything that you wanted to discuss, J-Rob? I know you see things here and there. Any topic that you saw that you think that would be cool to touch on, or no pressure? Just want to know if you have anything.
Shout out to Lil Baby's documentary on Amazon Prime.
I did not see that.
That's fire.
It's fire.
You should see it.
I saw a clip where it was Pierre and Coach K. They were in the studio asking him if he wanted to perform at the Grammys, and they were actually frustrated for him because he wasn't nominated, and they were like, nah, you shouldn't perform, fuck that shit, da 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 da. But he was like, you know what, nah, I'ma still perform, because they can still see this is what I'm about type shit. And this is, I want people to see me on TV. I want my family to see me on TV, and, to see him at the Grammys performing, because, I'm still, it's still an honor being on the platform and, being able to perform. So, That's dope. Yeah, I didn't see it yet. It's on Prime or Netflix.
Prime.
Okay, how long is it?
It's like an hour, maybe under an hour 30, I think. Something
Okay.
like that. But it was dope.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I definitely feel like he is. He's definitely in the forefront when it comes to that whole QC collective.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I had my topics in order. Let's just go ahead and get into this. Talking about QC and Lil Baby and all them. So let's start with Offset. So, again, we haven't been, doing any regular episodes because I've been doing a lot of interviews, which I'm definitely grateful for. But let's get into some things. So Offset is officially solo. And this is the thing, right? Like, I've always wanted, I never wanted the Migos to break up, but I always felt like I saw like how special Offset was aside from the other two. Like, I feel like he's more versatile in my opinion. I enjoy I love all their music separately and together, but for me I feel like Offset is definitely versatile with his like look, his presence, and even his music. I feel like he's good at hooks. I feel like he's good at lyrics. I feel like he's good at making a song a hit record. And like versus like how people always say like, oh, Quavo is good for the hooks and Takeoff is good for the lyrics and Offset is good for the bringing the energy. But I always feel like Offset brought all of that on his own. Because I felt like his solo album was good. I feel like he has hits on his own, like solo hits, Ric Flair Drip, Clout.
He definitely do.
Other things like even that one-off mixtape he did with 21 Savage and Metro Boomin. He had some joints on there, but he's just him rapping on his own, and it's like it's good. Like, I feel like he makes good music. I think that he makes really good songs on his own. And I always wanted him to do more solo stuff. But I just, it was weird. It was weird because, when this whole thing everything unfolded on social media about, how like Quavo and Takeoff are doing their own thing as a duo, and like, Offset was on the outs, and like it was a day where Offset had a little exchange with one of the, I think Pierre QCP.
Yeah.
He had an exchange, and I guess the whole conflict was, Offset wanted to he wanted to like have more ownership in his solo work. He didn't want to let QC own his solo work. So that was one, I'm just paraphrasing. That was one of the conflicts. But I always felt like, because I know that Offset, when the Migos were starting to pop, I knew that, Offset was in jail, and, they carried, Quavo and Takeoff carried the group while he was gone. But, of course, when Offset got out of jail and they had Bad and Bougie, they really blew up. But, I knew that, I feel like for a viewer, it looked like QC always had their back, every last one of them. But we never know what really goes on behind the scenes.
Never know.
And, if someone wants to have ownership in their music, and, allegedly he bought the rights to his solo work, or like he bought his rights from QC for more of his solo work. 'Cause I think he's still under Motown, because QC is under Motown. Well, at least regarding like Lil Baby and City Girls and Migos and all them. They're under Motown, but like, he bought his rights back from QC when it came to his solo work, and I guess they had like a little conflict with that, and I guess maybe they kind of like had that conflict where he was like, fuck it, I'm not in the Migos no more, like that type shit. And the only reason I was shocked at the whole breakup thing was because, like, when their album Culture 3 came out, I think was that early this year or like late last year, or it was recently. I think Culture 3 came out last year. They always, rejected the breakup rumors, were family, this and that. So I was shocked that this happened as quickly as it did, because you never know what happens behind the scenes. But honestly, when it comes to Offset versus like the Quavo Takeoff music scene, like I feel like Offset got it, like for real. Like I just feel like sometimes when it comes to certain rappers, I feel like sometimes things get too commercial sounding, in my opinion, and like sometimes I feel like some rappers just use the same formula, and that is not always a good thing. People get bored of it, and sometimes I do get bored of some rappers when they use the same formula, the same type of beats, the same type of ad libs, switch it up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like I'm kind of happy that Offset is like, I think that they're this massive group, and I think that at some point they may make up, and it may be this big thing of like, Offset comes out at some major performance they're having. It's, oh, surprise! It's a reunion. Oh my gosh! Headline. You know what I'm saying?
Next summer.
You think so? That quick? I'm gonna need another Offset solo album, child. Give me a nice Offset solo album and give me a nice Offset solo album run, promo run, concert shows, all that shit, and then we can talk about Migos reunion and things like that. But I don't know. I think I'm down for some Offset solo stuff. Did you watch his Jimmy Fallon performance?
I don't think I saw that.
So it came out. It came out last night. Yeah. So he actually has two singles. You did. So Offset came out with two singles. One is called 5 4 3 2 1, and the other one's called Code with Moneybagg Yo on it. I love Code. I wasn't really feeling the other one, the 5 4 3 2 1 song, but when I saw him perform it, I was like, you know what, I fuck with this song now. Like, but Offset, he was giving very much like an 8 count a little bit with some swag on it on the Jimmy Fallon show. Because we used to seeing all these rappers standing there with their Balenciaga looking fly, but just standing there not giving no movement, not giving no stage presence. But Offset gave us like a couple of 8 counts and gave us like visual. He gave us like art. He gave us projector. It was really giving us. It was really giving a performance. And we don't see rappers do that. Like, we only see the females like go in and go full out, but we don't see the rappers doing all of that. But Offset, like I'm just like, you know what, Offset, you might like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love evolution. Like, I love evolving with someone. So I'm excited for that.
New album coming soon.
Huh?
Shout out to Offset. New album coming soon.
Yeah, shout out to Offset. I don't know you either, but I'm a fan. Okay, so next on the list, we won't get back to these rappers, but next on the list, so I don't watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta anymore, but I catch the bits here and there online on my phone and shit. So if you guys are familiar with the show, Sheree is on there, and she's been talking about this damn She by Sheree clothing line for the last like decade now, and she finally released it, right? So this is my issue. So as you all have seen, so Sheree is one of the housewives in Atlanta. A lot of these women are well off, they're affluent, all that stuff. Right. So it took this woman like over 10 years to finally release this clothing line she's been talking about. So first of all, it's not good, but this is my whole thing, right? I understand that we're in the time where entrepreneurship and things like that, but I feel like every avenue isn't for everyone. Like, starting a clothing line isn't for everyone, because sometimes you may not have the resources, you may not have the money, or you may not have the creativity. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of disappointed, because I'm like, Sheree, sis, like, you've been on this show for a long time. I know you got the money. Why are you telling us to buy wrinkled up t-shirts with faded out graphics? That's one. It's fucked up. The logo is horrible. And then on top of that, she's selling like this. She has this this like sweatsuit or whatever the fuck it is. This like workout suit, this spandex suit or whatever what have you. And it's literally like a generic
Alibaba.
Huh?
You can order it from Alibaba.
You can get it from Shein. You can get it from anywhere. Like, literally, it's like from a vendor, like one of those vendors that sell to all them girls. Exactly. Like, and she slapped her logo on it. And guess how much she was selling that bullshit for?
$1,000.
$145.
Oh, okay.
Somebody
probably bought it.
No, if you did, no, you better not have bought that bullshit. And the thing is, like, they clocked her because they showed, Shein had the same one. This person had the same sweatsuit. This brand had the same sweatsuit.
Yeah,
but literally, it's like, come on now, like, you at least, like, you took you this long to do this, to have this, and all you do is slap your logo on it, and then you want to charge $140 for it. And the thing is, Shein was selling the same damn sweatsuit for like $10 or some shit like that.
I'm pretty sure they got the same manufacturer.
What the fuck? It's just like, y'all have, it's like, but no, like, ma'am, like, Sheree, like, you've been on TV for a long time, sis. I know you got the money to get better. But then also, she was doing some Shade Room promo thing or whatever. Shade Room was interviewing her, and like, even like, even with the whole Shade Room interview, she was wearing one of her sweatsuits or one of her little spandex workout athleisure two pieces or whatever. And she was saying, like, yeah, this one don't really fit that well, but I have this. We trying to get it together. You know what I'm saying? It's been 10 years in the making. It's all this. I'm like, really, Sheree?
You gotta be on point.
Ma'am.
Be on point.
What?
And
you don't admit that the sweatsuit is too big on you. Just sell it, sis. Just sell it.
Yeah, don't nobody want to hear that.
But why is your stuff not together? And why does it take so long? And then why are you charging $100 something for some bullshit? And then why your logo look like that?
Dani's graphic service.
I'm just not. It's just my whole thing is that I don't mean to I don't want to tear anyone down, but it's just like a slap in the face when you try to sell some. It creatively, from a creative standpoint, it's just like if you're not creatively, intellectually, and resourcefully prepared to do this, why are you rushing bullshit out? It looks bad. Let me see if I can pull it up for you. It's not good. It's just but the thing is, it's Instagram models that do better jobs than this. It's girls that like me that do a better job at this when they launch clothing lines or cosmetic lines and things like that. Ma'am, what are you doing? You don't have the right team, but why are you doing? You clearly don't understand how this works properly. So why are you doing this? Yeah, I just wish that it was. I'm frustrated about it. No shade or whatever. I know I threw a lot of shade just now, but it frustrated me. I'm like, wow, Sheree, wow. And then sidebar. Do you know Hanifa? She's a fashion designer from here. She's a high-end fashion designer from here. Her name is the brand is called Hanifa. And so she's known for her abstract prints and things like that. She has a beautiful clothing line. And Fashion Nova dead ass ripped off one of her dresses. Oh damn! They dead ass ripped off the print and everything. One of her dresses, and she was so pissed. She didn't say the name, but we knew it was Fashion Nova. And she was like, wow, it took me months to perfect this print, to perfect this design, for you to go and just rip it off and sell it for half price, and just it's just fucked up. They snatched it down because it was a social media uproar, of course. But it's just I don't know, man. It's just
That's crazy.
That's why I'm I'm definitely I definitely buy from Fashion Nova for sure, because it's affordable and stuff. But when it comes to fast fashion, outlets like that, I just make sure that I get things that are it's just sweatpants, nothing that's too elaborate, where it's they ripped it off from someone else. I just get just essentials, or just things that are just generalized, if that makes sense. Right. Because I don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah, that's too much. That's too
much. Yes. So, real quick, I always talk about how there's this starter pack of female rapper aesthetic, everyone looks the same BBLs, But Glorilla, she's really breaking out as a new female rap star, and I love her unique voice, and I love what she's bringing. I feel like what she's bringing is very authentic to who she is, and she hasn't fell into the whole BBL of it all, and big ups to you with the BBLs, no shade to the BBL girls, but she's very much still herself, her original self when it comes to her body,
right?
And people often come at her about her being too skinny, her not having a shape, and her having a big nose, and blah 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 blah. But I do appreciate her speaking out and saying y'all gonna deal with my nose, y'all gonna deal with my body. I love my body, da 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 da. I love how she's so vocal about it, and I'm gonna just need people to just a lot of things y'all see online is just not real. It's not realistic. So don't put there's men complaining about women. It's everyone loves to complain about how women get these surgeries and this BBL this, and you're pushing this unrealistic narrative. But look at someone that's being themselves, and people are coming at her. So it's you
can't win now.
You can't win for losing. You can't, what I'm saying? So it's just come on now. But I love how she's speaking out, saying fuck y'all. Even with Coyle Ray, Coyle Ray, she's a petite, skinny girl, right. and she flaunts her little skinny, her little flat chest and her skinny, she flaunts it all the time because she's proud of it. And I love seeing things like that. I love seeing girls that are normal with normal bodies flaunting it and loving themselves. So I definitely feel I always will appreciate a woman standing in her truth and being unapologetic about how her body is, her having a real ass body. So big ups to them. I wanted to say that because Glorilla, she's really popping out. She really popping out. I really see it for her, and people are already, you know, that's how you know how you made it, because people starting to talk shit about you. That's how you know you made it. So, you know, that's big true. Up to her. So yeah, I really do fuck with her saying
shout
that
out
shit.
Glorilla.
Okay, so these last 2 topics are, you know, really heavy. They're really, really heavy. So, well, I don't know. I may brush over it. I don't know, whatever. But did you hear about Biggie's daughter posting a $1 million bond for her boyfriend?
I heard about it.
Okay, so I saw the video of like her boyfriend, you know, recklessly driving, you know, running over a woman and the woman's baby in the stroller. I saw the video. It was horrific. And you know, Biggie's daughter, her name is Tiana Wallace. They said that people were calling her stupid. Her friends were calling her stupid for posting a $1 million bond for her boyfriend to, you know, get bailed out and stuff. And, you know, there was you know, people say things like, you know, people say things like, oh, she's stupid, or like, oh, and they, you know, people talk about people's looks and things like that. But it's just like, my whole thing is just like, yeah, I feel like this is just an example of how, you know, I feel like some women, you know, are not aware of their worth. And because this is why I'm bringing this up, I feel like some women are not aware of their worth, and I feel like some women don't think that they can do better, so they deal with the toxicity and the fucked up shit, you know, with their partner. Right. And you know, I don't know this girl, and you know, she's 27, 28, 29, I think. So she's, you know, she's old enough, but you know, I don't know this young woman, but you know, just from the outside looking in, just by seeing the video footage of him recklessly running over a woman and the toddler or the baby or whatever, right, and like her posting his bail like that for that much money, you know, it's just like, what's going on with you? Because like, there's no reason why you hitting people with your car. You either drunk, on your phone, ain't supposed to be driving. You doing some shit that you ain't supposed to be doing while you on the road. And you almost killing somebody, right, and their child. So it's like, what is going on with you that like it's almost it felt like, you know, just by looking at, you know, the aspects of things, like it's just like, okay, do you not think that you can do better? Like, what's going on? Yeah. So that's all I had to say about that. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know.
That's real though. That's real.
I don't know. And me and my friend were talking about this last night, actually, talking about how, like, you know, when you have sex with someone, or like, you know, it's like a soul tie. Right. Sometimes, like, you know, they're penetrate, like sometimes, you know, it's a real thing of being digmatized and things like that. You know, they can do whatever they want to do. They can get away with all types of shit because you're digmatized. You have that soul tie. Yep. So I don't know. But like, that nigga got some bail me out type dick with with $1 million. He got that $1 million bail me out dick. So it's just like, it's that type of shit. So it's just like, whoa. I pray to God I'm never in that position ever. Ever. Okay. So last thing. Oh, so did you see? No, seriously, because like, what it would you, J-Rob? Is there ever a woman that could have you pussy whip enough for you to bail her out, post $1 million bond from her doing a hit and run, almost killing somebody? Do you think there's a woman out there that you would do that for? No. What if she the mom of your children? Not even that. Not even that. What if she gave you one of her kidneys? Would you do that for her? What would a woman have to be for her to get for you to post bail for her? Like, could she have to give you one of her kidneys or what?
Oh man, I don't know.
Nothing. Is it anything? No. Is it anything? No. Okay, I was just wondering.
She got to sit that one out.
You said what?
She got to sit that one out.
Oh,
and think about her.
She got to sit down. She got to sit down for a little while.
Think about her actions, you know.
She got to sit down for a little while.
Papoose and Remy Martin's joint, you know.
Ooh.
You can edit that out.
Okay, so last one. Did you hear about the Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
man.
What do you think about that? So just a whole little synopsis of this. I actually did watch the YouTube video. I saw the YouTube video with the one with involving the little boy. I didn't see the one involving the little girl, but I saw the one involving the little boy.
It was two. It was two of them.
I believe there was more than one. I know that a boy and a girl were involved. I just saw the one with the little boy. And now they're trying to sue Tiffany and Ari Spears for, I guess, pedophilia or child endangerment or child abuse or something like that. But the video happened back in 2014, and it was posted on the Funny or
2014.
I think so.
For real?
I think so. What year was it? I think it was 2014.
I
think it was back in 2014. Yeah, they said something about it being like 8 years ago. So that's wild. 2014, something like that. Yeah. That's so wild. So it was posted on the Funny or Die website. To my understanding, guys, you guys know the story. I'm giving like a brief situation of it. But it was definitely disturbing. I watched it. It was supposed to be like a spoof on like, being a pedophile and things like that, seeing through the eyes of a pedophile. They had that little boy doing all types of weird shit. Like, it was very uncomfortable. Yeah. They had the little boy doing like sexually suggestive, like actions. Like, it was at one point the little boy was like, it was just,
that's why I watched it.
Was, yes. It was meant to be funny, but it was very disturbing. So the daughter and the daughter is now the son's legal guardian. I guess the mother passed away. So the daughter is suing on behalf of her and the boy. Because I think the boy is a teenager now. And the daughter is like a little older than him or whatever. But to my understanding, Tiffany Haddish knew the mother and asked the mother if the kids can be involved in a skit. I guess she kind of lied about she lied about the intent, like saying it was for Nickelodeon or saying it was for some sort of opportunity, but it was something. It was like a weird skit, of course, of what. But Tiffany released a statement. Ari Spears has not released a statement yet, but Tiffany has released a statement, and her statement says, this is where her statement was. It says, "I know people have a bunch of questions. I get it. I'm right there with you. Unfortunately, because there is an ongoing legal case, there's very little that I can say right now. But clearly, while this sketch was intended to be comedic, it wasn't funny at all. I deeply regret having agreed to act in it. I really look forward to being able to share a lot more about the situation as soon as I can." So people think that she is kind of playing victim a bit, by her saying like, I shouldn't have agreed to be a part of it. But, it's like some people are saying like, you say that, but you were the one that supplied the kids. So it's like you played a huge role in this. No one made you do anything. I mean, of course, yeah, you agreed to it, quote unquote, but it's not like, you weren't manipulated into this. You supplied the children. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know. When it comes to things like this, like actually, the pedophilia joke is one thing. Cool. You can joke about being a pedophile. You can joke about how pedophiles are disgusting, well, whatever. But when you involve actual underage kids doing sexually suggestive things on camera, then that's where it crosses the line. It's not. I understand some comedians are edgy. Dave Chappelle can be edgy and this and that. But he's just talking about certain things. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you're using these children and showing them doing sexually suggestive things on camera as a 7-year-old. You know what I'm saying? It just crosses the line. It's not funny. It's just disturbing. It's uncomfortable.
No, facts.
I mean, what do you think, J-Rob?
That's very weird. And I wonder who who approved that shit.
I guess so. I'm hearing something about how she knew the mom, and the mom trusted her. I guess, or they had some sort of relationship. I don't know. And she presented it as if the kids had some sort of opportunity. They were doing some sort of like sketch for Nickelodeon or something like that. Or somebody keeps saying Nickelodeon. I don't know, but they were doing some sort of sketch for something, and that's what it was. That's how she got the kids to do it. Or she knew the mom. Right. So I don't know what mental state the mom was in. I don't know if it was like if the mom was thirsty for opportunity for the kids, or like she got paid for it and this and that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
But it said that Tiffany knew the mother, and that's she.
That's weird. I haven't seen it. I probably would never will see it. I will never see that shit.
I had to watch it for research purposes.
Right.
It was disturbing. It was gross. And Ari Spears is not something. I mean, he talked about Lizzo being fat and looking like a shit emoji, but my nigga, like, you are not pleasant to look at all, like, especially now. So it's just like, but whatever. Anywho,
oh man,
yeah, I don't know. I just, when I have kids, it just makes me so afraid to. I want to have children,
right.
But things like this makes me so afraid to have kids, or it makes me afraid of the things that could happen when I have children, because it's just like, what?
You can only control so much. It's crazy.
It's like, what?
It's crazy.
So we'll see how this, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be a situation where, like, you know, I mean, it is a hot topic now for the past week or two, but I don't know if it's the thing where, like, you know, the next fucked up shit happens and we forget all about this. I don't know how, I mean, I don't know, because they're saying that the daughter who's suing, she's petitioning for the immediate arrest of Tiffany and Aries. But it's just like, I don't know how this is going to pan out. I don't know if this is going to be dismissed. I don't know if they're going to actually, you know, be, you know, reprimanded for this. I don't know, like, how this is going to work. Like, I don't understand, you know, because there's so many things, you know, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm just trying to see, you know, when we see, like, actors and, like, people in the media, you know, when they get in trouble for things, like, you know, they either slip out of it or they either, you know, lose out partnerships and all of that, you know, acting opportunities, jobs, and things like that. So I mean, I want to see how this pans out for Tiffany. You know, I don't want to hate on her too much because I do want her to succeed. You know, I love when, like, black women, you know, because she really popped off after Girls Trip. Right. But this wasn't funny at all. It just wasn't funny at all. So, and I'm sad that this happened, and I hate that this was something that was made. And I hate that it was unearthed, but I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't think she's going to go to jail, though. I don't know. It's given very much she's going to lose out on whatever deal she got coming up or something. Right. I don't know.
Hey, you never know.
Because people already forgot about that daggone Astroworld stuff. You see Travis Scott performing this shit again.
For sure. Look, shit be going too fast nowadays. We forget. People forget quick.
Either you forget or it's like they bounce back from shit. Like,
yeah, or they just don't care. Which is like 99% of the time. Nobody care. For real. For real. Nobody cares for real. Best believe that.
Yeah. So, well, that's all my topics for that. You have anything you wanted to discuss?
What do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, congratulations on your car.
Thank you. Yes, something cute, something slight, because I'm getting a house, so I can't do nothing too crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy. Oh, child, please. I don't think if I become rich or more, you know, if I get more money or whatever, I don't see myself getting a Tesla because I don't even know. I'm not really into Teslas. I don't even know much about Teslas for me to even want one. So I'm gonna be honest.
Tesla.
I might get a Range or something, a Range Rover or something.
You definitely will get a Range.
Yeah, like you. I think I'm a Range girl.
You'll get a 2024. Or G-Wagon. You'll probably get a G-Wagon.
Ooh, a G-Wagon.
Oh, shout out DJ Khaled. God did.
It just had to be. I didn't listen to the whole thing, child, but that teardrop took me out. It's the teardrop on the cover that takes me out.
Everybody says that about the teardrop.
It take me out. Of course, Jay-Z, he did his big one on the God Did song. Yeah. Did you see that bullshit about how Diddy was saying that is R&B dead or who killed R&B, whatever the fuck?
I heard about it, but I never.
It was just him trying to promote his single that I think that song kind of flopped. Yeah, I think he was trying to stir up some shit online so he can promote that daggone song because I don't think his song charted. That song came out months ago. And it didn't really make a lot of noise. Like he had that whole BET Award promo behind it because he performed on the award show.
Bryson on it?
Yeah. Oh, okay. But that song is old though. That song was Bryson's, like, it was old.
Right.
Yeah, he just, Diddy hopped on it, put his vocals and stuff on it. But that song was old. But like, I think that was just him attempting to just for promo, but it still didn't work because we clocked it as promo. Like, to me, I clocked it as promo because it's just like there's that. But then also like I'm so tired of these same old recycled like hot button topics like, ooh, R&B is dead. R&B is dead. Like stop. Like all these people out here singing their ass off, singing their souls out.
It's not dead.
It's really not dead. But then also, sir, Diddy, like, if any, did you kill R&B? Because where's Dirty Money? Like no, like the fuck. If you so concerned about R&B, bring back Dirty Money. Yeah, shout out to Don. Bring back Dirty Money because listen, it's true. Like everybody sounds like Dirty Money now. Like everybody, but like that futuristic R&B, you know, alternative R&B situation. Right. Like it's Dirty Money did it first. I'm just saying, bring back if you really care about R&B, Diddy, bring back Dirty Money. You know what he should have did? I swear, like, did I do an episode on the BET Awards?
I think so, yeah.
We did?
I think so.
You sure? I don't know. But listen.
I think.
If we didn't, that whole, like, the whole Diddy tribute, that was cool. Like, it was real cool. But, like, if you had brought out Dirty Money, like, that really would have shook shit up. Because Dirty Money was the shit.
They was dope.
That was the shit. He should have brought out Dirty Money.
What was it, Don?
Adrian? It was Don and, it was Don, Diddy, and, Kalina. I think her name was Kalina. She's a songwriter.
Oh, okay.
I think her name is Kalina or something like that. And she was on Love and Hip Hop for a little bit too. But like that really would have been because and you know, I just feel like I don't know the relationship now, but I feel like every time Diddy does something on BET or does something about his lifetime achievement or tribute or whatever, he always leaves out like the making the bands and all that. Because I just feel like even though those bands, you know, didn't last after a while, I feel like those TV moments, those were like huge in the culture, like the making the band 4s and the 3s and like Danny Kane. Those were big moments in the culture. Like you could have had Day 26 come out and do something, or Danny Kane come out and do something, because those were big. Like him having those MTV shows, those were big deals. Like those were things that are like will go down in like reality TV culture forever. Because it's this thing on Twitter about how like, oh guys, like what's one of the best reality TV moments. So it's like a whole big thread. It's a whole big thread on Twitter about people like posting clips of like, you know, their favorite reality moment. And of course they got the cheesecake on there. They got the making the band when they was battling in the room singing the daggone End of the Road back and forth with the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, you know, Diddy, like why you acting like, you know, you acting like Dirty Money ain't never happened? Like why?
Hey, shout out to Diddy though.
Shout out to him for being a rich ass nigga. And then also, why y'all asking? And this, another thing I'm tired of is this daggone like, oh, would you take the $500K or the dinner with Jay-Z? Why are y'all asking these dumbass questions? And then why would you ask that dumbass question to one of Diddy's sons? Like he not already fucking rich. Like he already didn't have both. Like he has never eaten dinner with Jay-Z or has $500K. Like what?
Social media.
I'm like, shut the fuck up. Anywho, anything else before I get to this music?
Nope. That's it.
Okay. Anywho, we almost done. So, Beyonce, listen, it's been a month. It's been a month.
The queen.
It's been over a month of Renaissance. And again, I have not been on this show solo in a while. I've been doing interviews. I haven't had the moment to talk about how much of a masterpiece Beyonce has produced for us. I love that fucking album. She has not dropped any like full-length visuals yet. We've gotten snippets of things here and there, but like that album, that project, Fire. It paints a picture for you sonically. Like it's Fire. Just like it's just like we will always this is one of Beyonce's projects that it's like shifts. It's like one of those things that shifts, like it shifts the culture. It shifts. It's a movement. It's a movement in culture. Saying no, but no, that album is just like I said, it paints a picture for you. And she's going a different direction with her rollout for this. Because I know Beyonce, I know that you have all of these videos filmed and edited and all that shit. Like when are you going to drop it, sis? Like her birthday just passed.
Oh yeah.
Her birthday just passed, and I'm thinking she might drop something, girl. She ain't dropped nothing. But girl, when are you gonna drop? Because listen, I want to make sure whatever you do, I want to make sure I have the money in my account because is it giving tour? Is it giving like, you know, you're going to do these intimate performances here and there? What is it giving? But I don't know, because, you know, I don't know what's going on.
She might drop something tonight. You never know. Never know.
Yeah. Anywho, okay, and then also Megan Thee Stallion, she dropped her project Traumazine, and that project, I actually really enjoyed that project. I think that
What's it called?
It's called Traumazine. Okay. I think that project is definitely you know, it's really versatile for her. I love she's giving me, you know, different moments and different flows and different, you know, experiments throughout the project. You know, it had little promo, which is, you know, I guess, you know, because of her whole label drama. But even though it had little promo and, you know, it was pushed out, I really do enjoy the project. And I really feel like, you know, even though Megan has like, you know, these behind the scenes issues with her label and you know, music and things like that, I still feel like she is really carrying her career. Like she really is like doing a really good job at carrying her career. I think that she's super talented. I think that she is still like, you know, pushing through, and I love, you know, the product that she produces. I will say that about Megan Thee Stallion.
Shout out to Meg.
I really enjoy Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, she really makes me happy. I love her music. Like me and Zariah said, like, you know, she has a lot of affirmations in her music, you know, and I feel like she's empowering, you know. I said it. I think Megan Thee Stallion is empowering. I think her music is very empowering. So shout out to my favorite rapper, Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, so also moving along to Nicki Minaj, real quick, she dropped a single called Super Freaky Girl, and it samples Rick James, of course. You know, you guys have all heard it by now. And then she also received the Video Vanguard Award on the VMAs. I'm glad that she was honored. I've heard people say that, you know, they feel like Nicki is in the era now where like everyone is trying to give her flowers now because they didn't give it to her when she was hot. They're trying to give all her shit now, so they're giving her the Video Vanguard Award. And they're saying that I'm sure she's gonna get a Grammy now. She's gonna, you know, they're all trying to give her all this stuff now because they didn't give it to her when she was supposed to get it.
Right.
So I've heard those conspiracies. Her VMA performance though, I wasn't too crazy about the costume. It was certain parts of the costume I wasn't really digging that much. But then also, I feel like her performance was too quick for me. It was just too rushed or something. I feel like she had more hits to perform, in my opinion. And then also, I feel like she could have like flushed out more songs, like the song that she did perform. I feel like she could have flushed it out more. I don't know. I just feel like it didn't really feel too much. It didn't, like, compared to other Video Vanguard Award performances, it didn't feel too much like a Video Vanguard performance to me, in my opinion. Like it was the production was great. I loved it, but it just didn't feel like something about it just didn't really feel like a Vanguard situation. And also, like, I'm honestly have phased out of the award shows. It doesn't feel the same in general to me. But you know, I tuned in for her. Something was about it was missing for me. It just wasn't, something about it just seemed like it just was kind of off a bit, in my opinion. Because I'm used to the Beyonce and the when Justin Timberlake accepted his award, he was on stage for about 15 minutes, and it was just like, it was different. Like, he took us on a journey of like his, like, right, you know, why he deserved that award, just like Beyonce did, just like Missy Elliott did. Missy Elliott, she really tore the house down with her performance, like, you know. So I don't know, but we're gonna see. I'm still, you know, I want to see what her project is going to give as well. I don't know what this rollout is giving. I don't know if she's going to give us another single or what's going on. But I kind of have a feeling that song, that Super Freaky Girl song, I feel like that was a song that she wanted to put out that she knew that was going to do well. That didn't need like a super hip hop hit. It was like a fun pop song that she knew that was going to chart. So, but I don't know.
Shout out to Nicki.
Shout out to Nicki Minaj. So we're going to see. I want to see what this project is going to give. I want to see what this award season is going to give for her. I just want to see more. So we're going to see how that rolls out.
More.
And then lastly, Ari Lennox, she released a little taste tester EP called Away Message, and then she's also releasing an album tomorrow, I believe. In 2 days, Friday. On Friday, she's releasing an album on Friday, September 9th. So I'm looking forward to that because it's been a while since she's released a full-length project, and we love some Ari, especially, you know, from the DMV area, you know, our DC princess. Shout out to Ari Lennox. Hey. Yeah, so And then also, she's gonna be here doing like her promo run. She's actually in DC today, tomorrow, and Friday. And I'm really trying to. The Friday one is her actual like official album release party, and it's sponsored by Amazon R&B Rotation. And I want to find a way to get in that. So by next episode, you'll know if I got in or not. But I'm gonna find a way because I want to be a part of that.
You're gonna get there.
We'll see. But yeah. Anywho, and then who else has some music that was out? No one else?
Not really.
Nobody else? Okay. Offset had his 2 singles that came out. God did. Khaled had his album come out. Who else dropped? Nobody else?
I can think of.
No, nobody else. Okay, cool. All right, well, that's all for me. Anything else? Oh, yes, I have one more thing. The shows. Real quick, rap shit is my shit. I'm so mad it's over. And I know that the City Girls are credited as executive producers, and I love the way they're going with like one is the scammer and one is like this and that is giving very much City Girls a little bit. I hope that Shauna doesn't do any jail time, but if she does, it's giving very much JT, and I see where y'all are going with that. I love it. But I did enjoy the season. It's over with now, but I love the actors, I love the storyline. They did a great job. I think that Mia, sis, I don't know why you dumped Lamont like that. Like I wanted to see where that was going. I hope that you guys can reconcile, but you did him dirty, real dirty. And then also like, girl, you can't jump at every nigga that gives you money, and like don't flash your money all the time. It's like, like don't do that. But yeah, so that's all I have to say about that. But I love the show, guys. If you have not seen Rap Shit by Issa Rae, check it out. It's streaming now. J-Rob, watch that show. It's the shit.
I'm gonna watch it.
Watch it. It's only like 8 episodes and it's 30 minutes.
I still got to finish watching our interview on Drink Champs. But
oh yeah, I just finished that one too. Yeah, them interviews on Drink Champs, them be like 3 hours.
That's fine.
Like it'd be mad. I know it'd be mad cameras in there too.
Mad data.
Yeah, sure. Mad data. Because them shits be like 3.5. I watched the B2K one the other night. I had to pull up. I was on the couch just watching like I was watching a movie because it was like, damn, it's like 3 hours, 3.5 hours. But they was spilling some tea on there. I will say that.
Shout out
they
to
was
Issa.
spilling some tea. Shout out to Issa Rae. And then one last thing. They finally released the trailer for Real Housewives of Potomac, and I'm excited.
Shout out to Potomac.
That's all I have to say about that. That's my shit. Okay, guys. That's it. Anything else?
That's it.
All right, y'all. Bye.